Well, this is the spot where the discoveries were made. Some of the bodies just off the bank here in the water, some partially buried in the dirt, all of them in plastic bags. 8 of them had tags linking them to the affiliated hospital of the Jining Medical College, which is about a 20-minute drive away in the centre of town. We were there a little bit earlier on. It's very much business as usual there, out front at least today, but behind the scenes, 2 mortuary workers have been arrested, charged with dumping the bodies here. 2 more senior officials, the director of logistics and the deputy director, have also lost their jobs, and the deputy head of the hospital, at least one of the deputy heads, has had his job suspended pending the outcome of this investigation. The other deputy head spoke to us. She said that none of the bodies discovered here were fetuses. That's contrary to some earlier reports, and she said they were all either premature babies or those that had suffered serious illnesses and had been in intensive care and had therefore died of natural causes. All 21 bodies have now been cremated, we discover. The interesting question is why parents should want to pay mortuary workers to dispose of the bodies, even if they didn't know that they would be disposed of in this way. The hospital says it cremates babies' bodies in such cases for free. So that being the case, and if there were no complications, if these weren't indeed abortions, if they all died from natural causes, why pay mortuary workers to come here and dispose of them? Other interesting questions. No parents apparently have been to the hospital to complain about this, and there's been no confirmation of the sexes of, at least not from the hospital, of the babies involved. One thing that the deputy head of the hospital did tell me was that she didn't really expect any litigation from parents, that when an earlier child dies, as long as parents go on to have another child, that earlier death really isn't much talked about, and she doesn't expect sort of complaints, despite what's happened here, any complaints from parents. So as well as raising questions about the people involved in the hospital that allowed them to do this deed, it also raises very interesting questions about the whole nature of attitudes towards infant death in China. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Shandong Province, China.